Good morning. Thanks so much for coming. I'm Malin Yen, and on behalf of my co-founders and the board, I am so delighted to welcome you to the 6th Annual ChIPs Global Summit. And much as we are filled with joy to be together again, we're cognizant that this has been a year of many tragedies and challenges. But as I said last year, measurable change requires long-term commitment. And if we don't do it, who will? So I encourage you to think big.
Frankly, when I walked in the doors this morning into the grand ballroom, I was overwhelmed. Just looking at all the tables that were filled of these incredibly powerful and accomplished women from all demographics and all sectors and industries, the power that you felt.
I walked into the pop-up stores, saw this jacket. It was colorful and it was vibrant, and I heard the stories behind the women founders of the business, and it got me very excited.
The best networking connections I've made at the summit so far is really with the General Counsel of Oracle and the General Counsel of BuzzFeed. So I was on a panel with both of them, and all of the panelists were great, but both of them are in industries that are close to mine, and so knowing someone who has a role similar to mine in another industry, and a woman too, is a really great connection.
I've been participating in ChIPs since its inception. I've known most of the founders for a very, very long time. And so I've learned a tremendous amount, and as my career has progressed, I owe a lot of it to what I've learned here from people in the presentations, but also people that I've met as a part of ChIPs.
I would say my favorite moment of the ChIPs Summit so far is actually a series of moments that keep repeating themselves throughout the day. And that is when people who are attending the ChIPs conference for the very first time come up and introduce themselves and talk about how inspired they are and how excited they are to be here, and realize that we are continuing to grow the community of the women who are a part of ChIPs.
Well, what's inspired me about being here at the ChIPs event was listening to Michelle Lee's acceptance speech, because it was so gracious. What I loved is how she attributed the success to everybody else in the room. And that, to me, I think is a true leader that can inspire other people.
Michelle, in my opinion, is a force to be reckoned with. She is accomplished, she's articulate, she's strong-minded, she's focused, and most significantly, she's a sister dear to my heart.
I feel like my induction into the ChIPs Hall of Fame is a reflection and a celebration of ChIPs and all that it has accomplished in promoting the advancement of women in technology, law, and policy. I would not be standing here tonight if it were not for ChIPs and the support it provided to me, along with so many of you in this room. Thank you.
It's an incredible experience to be here with over 500 leaders in law, technology, and government, and every single one of those leaders is a woman. This is a really fun conference because you get to see how many powerful women are here all collected together, and the networking opportunities, getting to support one another. It's a really special conference.
I feel inspired, empowered, supported. And I also feel a renewed sense of urgency around my own obligations to continue to mentor and support the next generation of young leaders.
It is just so inspiring to be surrounded by hundreds of powerful and accomplished and successful women in IP.
I'm thrilled to be here today at the summit with 500 really interesting, powerful, intriguing women. Oftentimes it seems that as women we have a tendency to be pleasers. We want to please other people and sometimes to fulfill their expectations of who we are or what we should do. But what's so great about a summit like this is that you see that there are lots of women out there who have determined what they want to do in the world, how they want to fulfill their professional obligation, and how they're going to find really their path and what's right for them.
As women, I think we mostly have a minority perspective on issues. And I think in this divisive political climate, it's really important to be able to reach out to the other side of the aisle and understand minority political views, to be able to make change and move forward and be more united.
But the real progress that all of us in this room will make, whether in our careers, for gender diversity, for issues that you really care about, come from the decisions that you make, the actions that you take, and the friends and the community that you make and that you bring with you. So for all of you, thank you so much for giving your all here, and I wish you safe travels home. Take care.